This is your first time seeing me in this format. I feel so exposed. It's really hot today. Like, I'm sweating right now. I've got a fan on me here. I've got the window open. It's not doing anything, but I sweat easily. It's a problem. Following a few suggestions that I should try and give this YouTube thing a proper go, here I am. Hello. Welcome. I'm not sure how regularly I'll put these out. I do have a few ideas, and essentially they're going to be video versions of articles that I write at www.outsidethespotlight.com for those of you who don't like to read. You lazy poos. Except this one, actually. I don't think I'm going to have a written version of this one, so you get an exclusive. Congratulations. So for my first horizontal venture, I figured it would just make sense to talk about the last film that I watched, which was 28 Years Later. Like, literally, I just got out of the cinema like 30 minutes ago. First of all, they completely ignored the end to 28 Weeks Later. They were like, hey, you remember when the rage virus spread to mainland Europe through Paris? Well, what if it didn't? So just like the first two, this is a standalone sequel, but this time we're actually missing some actual continuity. It was acknowledged, though, to be fair, with just some on-screen text at the beginning. They stopped it. They just stopped it when it hit Paris. They just stopped it in its tracks before it reached mainland Europe. It's been 28 years and they can't stop it within the UK, but once it hit Paris, the threat of French zombies must have been really scary. I was trying to do a French zombie voice, but it just ended up sounding like Arnold, you know? Give me brains! Also, this is the first of a planned trilogy, the second one being filmed back to back with this one. The next one's called 28 Years Later Bone Temple, which concerns me. I don't like it when they add subtitles. Makes it sound cheap. It also won't be directed by Danny Boyle, so I hope it will be good. So anyway, back to 28 Years Later, we're now exclusively back in the UK in Scotland, and we are under heavy quarantine. And Aaron Taylor-Johnson, that dude is everywhere right now, decides that his 12-year-old son is ready to cross over into the mainland, which is where all the infected are. And they're all naked this time. I mean, you gotta remember that this is 28 years later. A lot of the infected have been without the need for clothes for a very long time. And his mum is played by Jodie Comer. She's bedridden and possibly dying, and there may or may not be a way to save her. Upon the mainland, they face new types of zombies, and yes, I'm aware that they aren't technically zombies, they're infected by a rage virus, but they look like zombies, they act like zombies, and they sound like zombies, so I'm gonna occasionally use the word zombies. Leave me alone. There's one called slow loads, which are these dirty, blubbery things that move around on their bellies. And then there are the alphas, the big boys. I mean, we do know that Alex Garland is a gamer, and these zombie classes make that quite evident. They make it back, but not before being chased down by a big, beefy, sprinting alpha. I know that the zombies in this franchise run, but these alphas are full-on Olympic sprinting. Usain Bolt ain't got nothing on these guys! After they make it back and their welcome home celebration, Spike, the son, sees his dad getting off with a woman who is not his mother. After this, and then finding out that there may or may not be a doctor, Spike decides that he can take care of his mum by himself. And so decides to take his mum to the mainland to try and find this doctor, who his dad says is insane. So it's a bit of a questionable decision. And from there, the film slows down a bit. 28 Years Later, like its predecessor, is in two parts. The first half being full-on, balls-to-the-wall, bloody, splattery action, spliced together with montage footage of soldiers, archers, infected, and fire, with edgy, chaotic camera angles. The second half is a bit slower, but boasts some fantastic performances by Ralph Fiennes, which is the correct way to pronounce it. I've been saying it wrong, who adds a little bit of humour, and Jodie Comer, who really shines in the second half. What I love about this franchise is that it focuses on the people first, with the infected in the background. I mean, we humans have enough bloody problems in our average everyday lives, never mind the addition of a rage virus, and those human problems get just as much focus as the infected. There's heartwarming and heart-wrenching. There's even a really wholesome scene where Jodie Comer helps an infected pregnant woman give birth. It doesn't stay wholesome for very long. If you're new to this franchise and expecting World War Z type action, you're gonna be disappointed. 28 Years Later is a good and fun addition to the 28 Days franchise, but it falls short of the first two because it doesn't have the same harrowing depiction of societal collapse, which heightened the horror and the drama even more. But it has been 28 years, so societal collapse is a thing of the past by now. It's just much more contained this time. It was enjoyable, and I'm definitely interested to see what the future of the franchise holds, with some good setup for the next installment. If this franchise is punk rock, then that ending went full on heavy metal. So yeah, if you like this video, like it, and subscribe if you want to see more. I don't know how to end it. Peace!